cleaners, piece of shit.
Ho, ho, ho!
Hey guys, Nightfall here, and if you're like me, you absolutely hate cleaners. I can count on the hand of a dual arm amputee how many times I've ever said or heard somebody say the cleaners were a balanced faction in this game. So let's give a quick recap. The firebomb radius, way too damn big. The drone explosion radius, way too damn big. Their passive takes way too much fucking damage at little to almost no cost to the user. And for the longest time, I've always felt like the cleaner's hitbox was just weird. Like it wasn't what it should be, almost like it was off-centered or something. But up until recently, I just chalked it up to being trash, bad netcode, bad hit reg, whatever the case was. Well, as some of you may know, we recently got customs and I finally got the chance to put the cleaner's hitbox to the test. So first we need a baseline. So here's one of the Libertad characters and let's take some shots and see if the hitbox appears to be accurate or not. Sit still! Fuck! So let's start by shooting the little pouch on the leg here and we can see it actually does register as a hit and they take damage. And while realism would suggest that this shouldn't deal damage, but it's a video game and the entire outline of the character should, for the most part, be the hitbox, outside of any crazy skins, which this game doesn't really have many of. But let's move to the other side and we even see that when we shoot the backpack, it does damage. For Christ's sakes, even the bun on her head being shot causes her to take damage. So now that we got that as our baseline, let's take a look at everybody's favorite faction, the cleaners. And as we move up the leg, I'm willing to excuse that I missed the foot shot, that's on me. But the tank on his leg, the bullet goes right through it and the cleaner takes no damage. And then even the small pouch on the other leg, same thing, no damage being done, despite having damage being done on the Libertad that we tested before on a similar leg pouch. And then what's even crazier is the entire tank on their back is taking no damage at all. None. This sort of explains why it seems like part of the right side of the cleaners isn't taking damage in a fast-paced gunfight, because you might think their hitbox is off-center like I did, because it looks like you're shooting him in the moment, but you're really just shooting his tank, which realism would suggest, for all of my realistic video game fans out there, that tank should explode and kill him and everybody around him. But let's go back to that clip because it gets much worse. Clearly shooting this guy in the groin area is doing nothing. And even at close range, to make sure the bullets aren't missing and I'm just not ass, and also to try to remove the possibility that the game is just being dumb and the bullets aren't going where my reticle is pointing. And after seeing all of this, you're probably in the same boat I was, thinking, I mean, it's not terrible, but it can't get any worse, can it? Well, I'm here to tell you that it can, and it does. Let me show you just how much worse. Let's bring our attention to the head area, or in his case, a hood. And you can see most of the bullets going right through him, and all of the accidental shots in the head area are there because the character is just fidgeting and moving his head and bobbing. But you could see after all of that, about a quarter of his head isn't taking damage. That's a problem. So based on what we've seen, there's approximately like 10 to 15-ish% of this particular cleaner character model that ranges outside of its own hitbox. Now, with that information, remember when you all thought spider bots were the problem? Bet you feel silly now. So now, on top of the cleaners being arguably the most overpowered faction that we currently have in the game, they also have the most broken hitbox. They are now, and I am dubbing them officially, the Ash of this game. If you know, you know. But now I feel like I have to test the rest of the hitboxes and see if there are certain skins that change the hitbox by making it either bigger or smaller, as well as testing out other factions. So just out of curiosity, do you think cleaners need a nerf? Even if you're a cleaner main, be as unbiased as you can and just be honest with yourself and with the rest of us. And if you think they need one, how can they go about doing it without making them unplayable like they seem to have done to some of the other factions and specific abilities? Let me know down in the comments, and also if you'd like to see me test more hitboxes like this, make sure to leave a like on this video as it helps a ton, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn those notifications on so you don't miss that upload, and I'll catch you in the next one.